The detectives of LAPD's Major Crimes Division used her alias, Alice Herrara. To the justice system, she was Jane Doe number 38-2014, but tonight, she has a name. Mariana Wallace was born in Washington, D.C. on February 16th, 1999. Hello, I'm Rusty Beck, and this is Identity, the vlog that examines all of the different aspects of what makes us who we are. Tonight's post is the 8th installment of the story I've been calling What's in a Name. I wanted very much to introduce you all to Gustavo Wallace, Mariana's brother, but he was only notified about the death of his sister a few hours ago. And look, I know that immediacy, that first raw emotional reaction is what a journalist is supposed to cover, but I said from the beginning, I told you at the very start that I couldn't tell this story objectively. I want to interview Gustavo, of course, because he can tell us more about Mariana Wallace than anyone else can, but I'm not going to put him in front of the camera when he's in these first stages of grief and shock, and I especially don't want to record him until I know whether he hurts or helps the case against Mariana's killer. However, between meeting with Gustavo at the lunch cafe and taking him to the detectives at Major Crimes, he did tell me a few things worth sharing, like Mariana's birthday, which means that Dr. Morales was right. Mariana was 15 years old the day that she was murdered, and she'll always be 15. As the rest of us age and grow and find careers and marry and have families, Alice will always be 15, hunting for safety but not finding it. Gustavo also told me that his grandfather owned 2 hair salons, and that their father worked at one of them, and that Mariana used to love watching them work on women's hair. I think that explains the haircutting kit and her aspirations to be a stylist. Anyway, something happened when Mariana was only 8 years old. The father and the grandfather both died, maybe in an accident. I couldn't really pursue this line of questioning because Gustavo quickly began talking about how he ran off and joined the army. When he got back from Afghanistan, his mother, her boyfriend, and his 2 sisters had disappeared. I still don't know how Gustavo found Mariana at that shelter in Vegas, or why she ran away to Los Angeles when she found out that he was coming to see her. Could it be because, as Detective Oderno said, that LA is just a mecca for runaways, or could Mariana have had a reason to believe that Paloma was here? And where is her little sister? Is she even still alive? I don't know. And where will Mariana be buried? Or will we find that in death, as in life, there's just no place on earth for her? Gus can answer some of these questions, but maybe now that we've identified Jane Doe number 38, we can ask the justice system for a little bit of help. Quickly, before I wrap up, I'd like to add a special thanks to TJ Shaw, without whom I never would have been able to tell this story. So please stick with me next week as I try for an interview with Gustavo Wallace and as we post these last few installments of What's in a Name. Until then, I'm Rusty Beck, and this is Identity.